grab your lucky dice and roll with me and my friends as we play Dungeons and Dragons on our channel, Runaway Dice, or RAD for short. We're still playing Strixhaven, a curriculum of chaos, with some tweaks and twists. For example, the college is called Hexford. And I am Martin. I'm going to be your GM for the game. And also we have some new fancy maps by a very brilliant artist called Bonus Action Rainbow on Patreon. So if you enjoy his map, why not go and check him out and support him like I am on his Patreon. Yes. So I'm going to introduce my friends. First up, as always, is the lovely Izzy. Izzy, who are you playing?
Hello, I am Izzy. Sorry, I was on mute. I was trying to keep quiet.
That must be very hard.
It is. That's why I muted myself. I am Izzy. I will be playing Laressa, the blue-skinned, fiery-haired shadow sorceress.
Very good. Next up, we have Karis. Karis, who will you be playing?
Hello, I'm Karis. I will be playing Lilia Farathren, and she is a human wizard.
Very good. And finally, we have Ian. Ian, who will you be playing?
Hiya, I'm Ian. I use he, him pronouns. I will be playing everybody's favourite snowy white kitty folk monk, Floof Talbanes.
Very good. Very good. And we do have two other players who unfortunately can't make it for today's game. So, but you can find out what I do with them. If they don't turn up to a game, maybe I'll kill them. But you'll have to watch and find out. I will give our recap of what happened last game in case you guys haven't seen it out there. So, in session 2 of our game, as the party fought off some trunks with teeth easily in the library, Professor Miranda Goldbeak and Owlin arrived on the scene to thank the students and ask what was going on. The party, with little information, inspected the now lifeless trunks and found a strange liquid on it, which the professor thought was possibly some form of wood conditioner, though she didn't really have any concerns. After the new friends managed to solve all the clues on the scavenger hunt list that they had previously been doing, they had collected a few magical items as well. They settled in for the next couple of weeks on campus to Campus Live, but they found a relaxing moment in those 2 weeks, and they saw some fellow students who had convinced the party to join them and some of the other students in the back part of the Buzz Brew Cafe, where they had smuggled in some frogs and were going to race them. They spent some time talking to their new friends, and for the purposes of this game, they have NPCs, like they can romance or befriend, a little bit like The Sims, which I gave them the chance to do. Our party divided into 2 teams to coat their chosen frogs over the finish line, and which team won? Very good. I can't remember what colour your frog was, though. I think it was red, blue.
I would have said blue, yeah.
Blue. Yeah.
It was blue. It was blue.
Yeah. I know.
Come on, I matched my skin.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. So you won, and you were.
And one of my eyes.
Exactly.
And just as you were getting ready to celebrate the big win, the frogs began to grow and transform into giant forms of themselves, and they just about got their tongues out and were about to attack some of the students. And of course, the party quick to defend themselves as they were right next to the racing little track that had been sent up. They were right in the firing line as most of the students ran out of the back room of the coffee shop into the main area, and the party were pretty much left alone. So, have any of my players got any questions before we pretty much dive in straight into a battle?
No.
Okay.
I think so. Oh god.
Okay, so you can all roll for initiative. And hopefully make it
Sorry, my hiccups are really bad.
add to the excitement.
Oh, really bad, really bad, really, really
Oh my
bad.
god, that's like a
Me
meat
too.
roll. Guys!
Why did it
One of you did okay. Okay, so let's see how.
Oh no!
Oh, the frogs did pretty well. Frogs pretty
Oh
smart.
no,
Frogs.
shit.
Frogs are smart.
God.
Okay.
If I take a hit, I die.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe you'll die. Second game, third game. Okay.
That wouldn't be it wouldn't be the first time.
So
Oh,
first
It happened
up,
once before.
first up is two of the frogs, and then Lilia, you are. Oh, actually, Lilia, you might be coming first. Lilia, what is your dexterity?
the plus or total?
Just total.
10.
Doesn't matter. Um,
You got the best roll, and I guarantee Floof and I have better decks.
doesn't matter for you guys.
Yes,
I was
much
like,
better decks.
yeah, I was just checking, but D&D Beyond has calculated it for me. I was just making sure because you could have possibly been at the top, but you're no, don't worry about it. Okay, so coming up first is Frog B, who I named Black Frog because that's how I do things. So the Black Frog is actually going to attack the nearest person to him, and again, unfortunately, our players playing Win and Goldar are not here. So unfortunately, the Black Frog does indeed attack Win. Let me see if it hits him and see if anything happens to Win quickly. And oh yeah, 21. So Win gets hit, unfortunately, and takes a little bit of damage. For a D6 plus 1, which makes it a 3. So Win's doing okay, but I'm going to say he starts screaming about how much he hates frogs as blood starts to drip from his mouth, because I'm going to say the frog tried to kiss him and he's now coughing up blood. And Goldar is looking a bit concerned for his friend and seems to be trying to drag him away. But that is the Black Frog's turn. Next up, we have Frog C, or as I've named it, the Creepy Frog. It's going to jump towards you, Lilia, next to the small fire next to you. And it is also going to try and use its large mouth to try and bite you for a 13.
A shield.
Okay, so shield. So how much does that add? Does that change it enough?
Yes, I go up to a 15.
Okay, so nothing happens to you. Luckily, it's yes, it bites you, but it doesn't get through your mad. Do you want to give a flourish to what your shield looks like?
Again, using her stunningly beautiful elongated sharp hand, she flicks up, and it's like a very shimmery purple wall of magicness.
Yeah. God, I feel so much.
Articulate, I like
can
it.
do this.
I feel so much better about all my descriptions now. Thank you for supporting me on my lack of words.
That's okay, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, very good. Well, whatever, it worked. Yes. Well done.
Fantastic.
Well, Lilia, it is actually your turn.
Oh, well, doing that, that makes a slight difference to what I was going to do. 5 feet of it. How close? 5. So I am going to move.
Mm-hmm.
Going to invite all of the attack spirit. I'm gonna. Nope, that's the frog.
Yeah, don't move the frogs. You know what you are, right? You're
I'm gonna.
You're a
I
lady.
do.
You're
I
one
do.
of the lady pictures.
Yeah, one of the lady pictures. What can I say? I've got fat fingers.
I'm not gonna pass the II test. The AI.
No.
A. Yeah, no AI. That's right. That was making a weird London slang word at you.
And then I'm going to aim here, in between these two frogs.
Okay.
Am I? Wait, no, I'm not. That's a lie. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to aim at Creepy Frog in the fireplace. I'm just going to... stupid. I'm going to attempt to mind sliver it. So again, my hand will like flick up, and it's sort of like a bolt of purple
Okay.
heads straight towards the frog's head.
Okay.
So that's an intelligence saving throw on your end.
Okay, let's see how the frog does. It's a 10.
Woohoo! It fails!
Okay.
So that is... Want to go? No? Do you just work for once, please?
The suspense.
I'm pressing it many times, but nothing is rolling. Nothing is happening.
You can always
Let me
have...
try it on my phone. Oh, I do it on my phone. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, it's up. It's up. We got it.
Yep. Okay.
You got
so
good full
Six.
damage.
6.
6
very-
points of psychic damage towards the frog.
Okay, and that...
Its brain hurts.
Do you want to tell
Yes.
us what you message or psychic thing, or is it just a bolt? It's not like words or anything, is it?
No, it's psychic energy, so it's just
okay.
like almost an electrical, sort of very small, tiny bullet almost that goes in through their head. Shall we say?
Well, it's still alive, but you know, I'm going to say your frog is the one that had a top hat off, and the top hat has now come off. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. It does also
Was
have
that
to
creepy
subtract
frog?
a d4 from the next saving throw it makes.
Okay.
Till the end.
Was that creepy frog?
Yes.
Yes.
It was creepy frog.
Okay. Next up, we have another of the frogs, and then Floof, you will be coming up next. So get ready. Then we have another frog, and then Larissa, you're coming up at the near the end after Guldar and Win. So you will be before them. Okay, so it is the frog Aiton. So the pink frog is right next to you, and as you can remember, this was one of your nemesis / friends frog, but it's got a very nice looking eyeshadow on as well as being pink.
So that's why it's all the way at the back over here instead of at the front with the other frogs.
Yep, that's what it is. And it is going to try and attack you. Let's see how it does. That is going to be a bite attack for a whole 5.
Oh, it doesn't hit.
I didn't think it was. Yeah, it's so beautiful. It just gives up. Doesn't care.
It just goes. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's not a good kiss.
It has far too many lip fillers.
Yeah,
Can't open its mouth.
it's just all lips. But well done. That's it. That's the frog's turn. So Floof, you're up next.
So having seen how the black frog had attacked Win and Goldar, well, Win and caused some damage, Floof's going to go in to take a few shots at it, if he may.
Go for it.
And he's going to, as he runs over, he's going to pull out his trusty quarterstaff, known as the scratching post, and try and slam down two-handed. So, I'll do an attack roll. Oh dear, 10.
10 does not, unfortunately. It's too slimy, maybe, and it kind of, slides off its weird green, slimy skin. Anything else from Floof?
Yep, follow up with a bonus action kick.
Okay.
That's better. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Fantastic. And that is for a grand total of 4 points of damage.
Well done. Well, it still hits. They are frogs.
And he will then yell out to the others, "Ew, they are slimy!" And try and back away, inviting a attack of opportunity because he wants to get the black frog's attention away from the ones who hit him.
Okay. Very good.
He's going to run to, I think, here.
Okay. Very good. Anything else, or is that your turn?
That, I believe, will be it for me.
Okay, so it is the Dapper Frog's turn. Of course, being the Dapper one, he's the one who has the bow tie on. And he is...
Don't you mean Dapper? Because Dapper has 2 P's.
It's my world, that's how they pronounce it. The vowels are constructed for a dyslexic gay Mancunian, so this is how you write and pronounce Dapper.
Got it.
Nice.
Yeah. Very good. Well, the Dapper Frog is going to jump, because frogs can jump, and jumps towards you, Lilia, landing just over...
No!
Yeah, that's how...
No! Stop it. No!
There is no spell that's called No, where you just get... might invent it as like a highlight.
Honestly, that would be such a good
Just
spell.
No. Whatever you...
spell, good
last
It'd be
name.
a 9th level power word. No.
No is a full sentence.
Okay, so yes, Lily, it does jump towards you, and it is going to try and kiss you as well. Let's see how it does. For a... Come on, screen. Oh, yeah, that's a 22. 22
Yeah.
hit.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No,
Oh!
it's not.
What? No?
Floof is going to hiss at the frog,
Okay.
and really harshly, to use silvery barbs and force a reroll on that, please.
Okay, very good. Let's see how that does. So the frog's tongue goes back in the mouth for an 8. So yes.
Who are you giving the advantage to?
I'm going to give the advantage to... No, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to give it to Floof.
Well,
It
your spell. Okay, that is all the frog's turns. So Larissa, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. Given that, a frog attacked her,
Mm-hmm.
and Larissa is squishy,
Mm-hmm.
and she knows she's squishy, I am going to first cast mage armor on myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's an action, so. And you see Larissa sort of gets wrapped in like this shadowy magic. It looks like you can still see her, and you can still see what's underneath it, but there's this weird shadowy energy just surrounding her. And my armor class is now up to 15.
Okay.
And then I am going to... I guess I could stay here now that I'm a little bit better protected.
Okay.
But I'm going to step back a little bit and get off this table. Or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're in the doorway of the back room that you guys are in.
Yeah, so I still want to be within sight of everyone, but a little bit further away. Just for safety.
Okay. Next up, it is Winston, who is very upset with the taste of the frog's tongue in its mouth and a bit of blood, and he starts crying quite a bit. And luckily, Goldar is there and decides to say something that Goldar, like my brother, and grabs him and begins to drag Win either to the piano for music, or no, he's Goldar's Goldar. He thinks it'll cheer him up to be near a piano. That's what those guys are up to. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. They might die.
I'm just imagining them playing like an epic soundtrack to us fighting.
Piano,
absolutely.
Piano version of the frog
Really?
song.
I was imagining Chaz and Dave, but instead of rabbit, 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 they're singing ribbit, 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 ribbit.
There you go. It's your guys' game. I'm happy for that. They're not helping you guys at all, but they are playing a soundtrack to your battle.
I was imagining like piano crazy frog.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
So to spoil the music, it is the frog's turn. But then Lilia, you will be coming up, so get ready. It is Frog B's turn, which is the black frog. The black frog has been taunted by Floof a bit, so it is going to try and attack you. So let's see how it does this time. It's going to try and lick you for a 17.
Hit.
Okay, let's see how it does. That is a 3 points of damage.
Ow.
Okay. No, not ended there. I also need you to do me a strength saving throw as well.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's give that a go. 9.
Okay, unfortunately for you, you are restrained by this frog's long tongue. So, yes, you have a large tongue wrapped around your neck. Though, obviously, you know you could. I will allow you to roll me a perception check as well.
5. It's a natural one for a 5.
You don't know what's happening at all. So nothing for that. Just you got a big tongue around your head, and you are restrained. That's all I can tell you.
If you'll have been watching last week, you'll have seen I had a ridiculous amount of natural 20s, and this is what happens the next time you play.
How the dice.
The
got
dice
you.
revenge.
Okay.
They giveth and they taketh away.
Okay, so it is the creepy frogs next, who is going to jump as well to the doorway, and unfortunately, if that's all its movement, and then it kind of waddles a little bit, but it seems to be not happy with the music, so it is up against where Wynne and Guldar are at the moment. But next up, we have Lilia. Lilia, what would you like to do?
Lilia, Creepy Frog was annoying her earlier, so she's gonna go after Creepy Frog.
Okay.
She doesn't really want to touch it, but she's gonna have to. She's just gonna saunter up behind it, and she's just gonna, with the nails, which they not just look sharp, they are very sharp. She's just gonna attempt to just like karate chop through one of the legs.
Okay, go for it. Let's see how it goes.
Oh! 16?
16 hits.
Yeah. It's not a lot of damage. 4 points of slashing damage.
Of chopping damage.
Chopping damage.
Well, you seem to have got at least some blood seems to be coming out of the frog at this point. It is bloodied at the moment. So in these games, when I say bloodied, it means that my players know that there is at least under half of its hit points. So you know that you are doing a good job at this point.
Lovely. In which case, they're just gonna back up around the corner. And they're just gonna get, good luck! That's her turn.
Okay. Next up, yes?
GM, may I just say, I had completely forgotten I had advantage on that saving throw due to silvery barbs.
Okay.
Would I be able to do another roll and see if I made it?
What's it? Yeah, go on then. I'll allow it because it's not affected its turn yet.
Okay, I will repeat that strength saving throw. And this time it was a 19.
Hey!
I will be nice and allow it. So you are no longer grappled, but you obviously took the. Was this for that? So you were redoing the strength bit or the
strength saving throw?
Yeah. So you still took the damage
to use on your next one.
Yes.
So got damage Yeah.
Yeah, so you would.
I'm not restrained.
You are not restrained. Okay,
Ooh.
so it is a pink frog's turn. It's still going to jump next to you, Larissa. Sorry. Let's see how it does. It's going to try and lick your nice boots for a 5. So
Misses.
misses. Doesn't like the taste of your boots, and it is now the unrestrained power of Floof. Floof, it is your turn.
Oh,
Oh, nothing. A monk hates more than being restrained.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Floof is not happy that he got hit, so he's gonna turn around and say, but he's gonna spin around in a circle, wielding his quarterstaff again.
Okay.
So he's like, scratch this, bitch, and oh no, that was the wrong button. That was damage. I want to roll to hit first. Whew. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Fantastic. A grand total of 4 points of damage.
Okay, and that was to the
you
black.
keep rolling ones on your damage.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, so that was 4 to B. Yeah, well, this one is.
To Black Frog.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's also going to follow that up with bonus action, unarmed strike. So again, it's going to be with his. He spins with his quarterstaff and hits, and then he tries to follow it up with a kick.
Okay.
And that's a dirty 20.
Well done. Go for it. Roll for damage for that again for this one.
That's better. So he follows this up with 7 points of damage.
Very good. Yeah, so this one is also bloodied. There is a lot more. I'm going to say these frogs have green blood because I think that's less traumatizing than red blood coming out. So yeah, but it's not looking very good.
Floof's quite unhappy about the fact that the blood is not red, and he's gonna, as he's landing from the kick to its face, gonna use all of his, well, not all of his, he's gonna use a good degree of his feline agility to move away.
Okay.
Let's see how far he can get. Let's see. He's gonna break and go. Oh, he's trying to select his token.
And Larissa, you're coming up after the next frog, so you can get ready.
He goes to here.
Okay.
So he moved all of this way, and as he's going, he's gonna yell back, "What's up, Slippery? You scared?"
We will see.
Trying to taunt him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk, but again, unless you're doing an intimidation roll, it just looks at you in a frog-like way. Next
Just
up...
basically trying to see if he can trigger an attack of opportunity so that it doesn't have a reaction.
Nah, don't worry.
But
some people try to do that trick with me. Nope, unless you're using one of your actions. Nope. For flavour, it is fine. For fine.
Yeah.
The dapper frog is going to jump again towards you, Lilia. It's giving you the side eye again. So we will see how it does. And that's going to be another... It's going to try and bite you this time. Ooh, for a 22 to hit.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Shield. Shit.
Okay. Does that change... does that make it...
Oh, wait, no!
gonna-
It doesn't. It
I was
doesn't make any difference.
I was just
at
gonna
all.
say,
It retracts the shield.
I was going to say, you must have a very bigger shield than I've seen the spell
No.
work.
No.
So
No.
I'm just going to take
I'll take it.
You
Give it to me.
Okay.
He's used to playing a very well-armored person with shield.
Yeah, I am.
You take
I am.
4
This is
points.
painful.
4 points of damage.
Ah.
How's Lilia looking?
She's holding on to a wall to stand up, let's say.
I will say people can see this though, so you can see people are concerned. However, you need to see if you are grappled by the long tongue, so you need to
Oh,
do me
God.
a strength saving throw as well.
Ah, yes, another one of my high skills there. Oh, okay. 15.
Hey.
That's pretty good for me
Yeah, no,
at the moment.
it bites you, but the tongue tries to wrap around you, but you fend it off.
You
Maybe,
spit blood on its face.
yeah.
Oh, ugh.
So you are not restrained, and we are coming up to Larissa. It is your turn.
Well, Larissa does not like these frogs. They're gross and slimy, and they keep trying to kiss people without consent.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to cast a spell
Go for it.
at a pink frog.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
Please roll dirty 20.
Well
Eh.
done.
And I'm going to use fire damage.
Okay.
And that is 15 damage.
Okay. I mean, you can tell me what it look. It's still alive, but it is gone from the top of its hit points to very low at the end. So you can tell us what the effect is if you wish as it hits.
You see a little fiery orb come from the shadowy Larissa. And it's, I mean, the frog is in her face. Like, she just goes and splats this orb in the frog's face and lets it burn all of its makeup and fake lips off.
It is still alive. I'm gonna say, where are you? Roll me for perception.
Okay, where's my perception? I rolled a that one.
You're just you kind of look
Perfect.
into it. You look inward to yourself and imagine how great you look, but actually can't physically see because you close your eyes. So nothing happens, but you just think you're great.
Can I use an offhand attack with my dagger as a bonus action?
If it says on your sheet, you can.
I mean, for bonus actions, it says where is it? 2 weapon fighting. Now, obviously, I'm casting spells with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's only if you've used the weapon in your attack.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
Bye.
Yeah.
Figured it was worth a try because I have one.
Fair enough.
I have daggers.
It's always worth asking. Yeah. So yes, but yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm gonna use a free action to say, "Take that, you ugly bitch."
Okay. I mean,
And you're not sure if I'm talking to the frog or not.
no, I mean, you don't know what's going on behind you because you're very focused on directly what's going on in front of you. Well done. Okay. Larissa, that's your turn. So we have Guldar and Wynne, who are quite happily still playing the piano. I think they've kind of forgot about the frog.
Run!
Though for funsies, I'm going to let the girls both roll me 2 d20s. Roll do 2 d20s for me.
Okay, let's do just a d20.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 10.
I got a 9.
Oh.
I was basically rolling to see how the co-performance on the piano was going. So it's worse than average, shall we say, that for that score. The guys
Nice.
they're playing it. They're playing like smashing it with their fists.
I'm just imagining that Wynne is like having a panic attack by the piano.
I mean, all I'm saying is the frog seems confused by the sound a bit that's next to them, but they're out of harm's way for now. Okay. Back
I
up.
can't say I blame the frog for being confused.
No. It is the frog's turn. It is Bee's turn. The black frog is going to jump over to you, Larissa. Let's see how it does. And that is for a natural 20 for 23. Unless anyone has any magic.
You're
Muted, darling.
muted.
You're on mute, Larissa.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. And there's no one's got any shenanigans, any magic or anything?
I mean, I'm very certain Win does, but I can't.
Yes, they're
can't
kind
attest
of.
to that.
Yeah, I can't, but I'm not going to play the two characters. Ooh, that's a 6.
Well, hang on 1 second. That does technically take all my hit points, but I can use Strength of the Grave,
Mm-hmm.
which is when an attack. Oh no, never mind. It's not.
No.
It's a crit hit, so I can't use Strength from the Grave. So yeah, I'm down.
Okay. But not dead, you are, I think, -1, I think.
Well, I'm down. I don't think
Yes.
it goes into minuses.
Yes. Okay. Okay, that is your turn. So,
I do have that healing potion on me still, so that might.
yeah, now you guys do. Some of you guys have some items that you collected that you can obviously use.
Yeah, can someone feed me the healing potion?
Okay. Next up, we have the creepy frog, who does not like the music that Win and Guldar have been playing, and he's going to also attack them as well. Well, one of them. For a 5, so again.
Luckily, my mage armor actually stays up.
It's constant. Oh, does it still?
No.
Stop? Oh, that's cool. Well, there you go.
The spell ends if the target dons armor, or if you dismiss the spell as an action.
Oh, well, cool. You're
Nice.
still glowing or whatever, however you want your.
I'm still in weird like shadow mode.
Okay. But we are up to Lilia. It is your turn.
Just a question for GM. Would I have seen, if I'm sort of behind a wall, would I have seen Larissa go down?
From look, yeah, just yeah, because if you depends how you were facing, but you technically line of sight, you would, yeah.
I can't.
Just like I said, if you looked in 360, she'd be, obviously to the north.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to her, though. That's the only thing. In one go, would I? No. Shit. Okay, I'll step out. That's the frog. Oh my god. The D is on my face. Hang on. You.
Oh, well, we won't say
How
the
did
thing, but
how
you
did you not see that?
I did.
If anyone's playing
15,
this
and
is
as I'm going.
when Karis says something basic and we don't make the joke, you have to drink. Okay.
Oh, no.
But we always make the joke.
Yeah, well, just for today.
That sounds like a boring game.
Nobody will ever drink.
If we do make the joke, then drink.
Mm-hmm.
And remind me, Larissa had killed one of the frogs, actually?
No, but one of them was very close
almost.
to death.
Yeah, some of them are not
A was
looking great.
A was looking bad.
Okay, in which case from here, I will aim at A and I will attempt to mind sliver.
Okay, go for it.
No,
Pick a path.
that's a lie. B, I'm going to mind sliver B.
Okay.
So again, that's intelligence save on your end.
Actually, I think they're both in pretty bad shape.
Mm-mm.
Go for it. Which one do you want to? Yeah, you can see that A and B are both blooded.
Oh, yeah, so
Sorry?
B, so I'll go for B.
Mm-hmm. And that's intelligence
Mm-hmm.
for a 4.
Cool. Fails.
Okay.
So they take 4 points of psychic damage. And again, there's a 1d4 subtracted from a saving throw.
Okay.
Its next saving throw. And I will just make my way.
Okay. What's the damage that it took? So it was 1d4. Do you want to...
4. It was 4.
And were you
4
doing it on A or B?
It was B.
It's dead. Tell us how you kill the first frog.
Oh. Well, it's the same psychic energy as earlier. So I'll say again, as she will be, she doesn't run, she just walks at a slightly speedier walk towards Larissa. She'll just again throw out her hand, and it's almost again like this purple crackling bullet of light that just shoots straight through them.
Very good. Well, it is dead. It explodes, and the frog is no more. Well done.
Damn.
Is that all your turn? Did you want to move anywhere else?
I think that's all my movement, and that's all I can do. Yeah, that's all I can do, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. Well, it is a pink frog's turn, who is going to seeing that Larissa is down. Doesn't seem that interested in her, but it is going to jump towards Floof and then move towards him, but that's pretty much all it can do at this time. So we have Floof. It is your turn.
Look at Spot. Then save me, please.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would administering a potion be an action or a bonus action? Because I don't think that's one we've actually put out. Action. In that case,
still an action, yeah.
That's absolutely fine. In that case, I'm going to focus on distracting and let Lilia do healing.
Okay.
And I am going to... I'm going to attack with Scratching Post.
Okay.
I'm going to attack a pink frog.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes. Oh, balls. 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Strike. There's a 13 hit.
A 13 does hit.
Fantastic. For 4 points of damage.
Okay. And which one was that to, sorry?
That is to a pink frog.
Okay, this one is also dead, so you can tell us how you do this.
So Floof will take Scratching Post and swipe down really hard, completely missing, but styling it out so it looks like he's pole vaulting into the air. And as he comes down, he's going to use his feet to just stamp the head in. And as he lands, and it all explodes around him, almost like a superhero 3-point landing. Just going to look up straight at Lilia, because it's got kind of line of sight, and go squish.
Very good. Any movement for you?
Yeah, he's going to start trying to get some attention.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to let's see, 5, 10. Going to use feline agility to double his speed so that he can run past Larissa, past Lilia, out the other side.
Okay, is it going home somewhere?
And over to here to try and distract Dapper Frog and hope that Win and Goldar can distract Creepy Frog whilst Lilia saves Larissa. And yeah. He'll as he's running past Lilia, he'll just potion, as if she's got a potion, to see if she nods or shakes her head in response. And if he sees her shake her head, he'll just as a free object interaction, drop
Yes,
a potion onto the floor.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I will allow that. Yes, that's fine. Okay, well done. Okay,
So there is now a potion at Lilia's feet for her to administer to Larissa.
very good. So you can hopefully do that next turn. The Dapper Frog does see you, Fleef, and it is its turn now. Before Larissa, you will be up. So yeah, it is going to jump towards you, Fleef, and let's see how it does. See if it can bite you, and that is going to be for a 10.
That does not hit.
No, I'm just going to say it licks your fur, but apart from that, it doesn't seem to do anything else. So Larissa,
Floof sees it. I was going to say, Floof sees the tongue coming towards his fur, and he's felt that grossness. So he just does that cat thing of just arching his back, that stood upright, so it goes straight through the gap where he would have been.
Do you want to roll another perception roll to see if you notice something happening?
I would like to, because I've got to get a decent perception roll at some point.
I mean, it's funny in my head because I know what's going to happen, but no one else does.
16?
Yeah, with the 16, you're not sure who said it, but someone seemed to draw their attention to where you are and just kind of shout, "Slag!" In your area. You don't know who it was. You're not 100% sure what they're referring to, but you can make your own decisions. But that is the frog's turn. So, Larissa, what would you like to do?
I don't have a choice. I have to do a death save.
Well, I mean, you have to be polite.
No, you don't.
Just tell
What
me
you
to
would
roll
like
a
to do
death
is
save,
get up and be
please.
fine.
She's close.
Okay, do I have to... Do I just roll a D2? I guess I'll just do a D20.
Just a D20.
There's not a...
Yeah.
Fuck. I failed.
Oh, what was it? A 9. Oh,
9.
so close.
At least you didn't get a natural 1, so you're just, not doing great.
At least I did a fuck ton of damage on my attack and then died.
I mean, you've killed 2 of them, so you're doing pretty well. Okay, well, we have Guldar and Win, who I think after seeing some of you guys, they're obviously going to be so concerned. So Guldar's getting a bit bored of playing the piano. He's going to run over to you, Larissa, and obviously he's like, she seems a little bit dead. And I would imagine if Lilia just pointed her finger down, she might realise there is a potion.
Just
don't
kick it
know
over.
if Lilia would do that, or she'd like, no. But Guldar would be able, with his movement, to do that and feed the potion into you. And I would rule that because he's using his action on you, that it's, I don't want to be disgusting, but I presume you would swallow what he's putting in your mouth.
Yes, I
I mean, it's Guldar.
I trust...
Guldar. It's not Win. It's Guldar. So.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to trust
I will say now. I will stand up for Win and say, Win has no game, so Win would totally be safe to be unconscious around.
Yeah, that's true.
Win might fiddle with your feet. That's what I think he'd do. He looks like that type of guy.
I know.
Anyway,
Justice for Win.
Anyway,
If he were to do that, I have decided just now that Larissa is ticklish and would kick him.
okay, even when unconscious. Yes. Anyway, so
Damn.
technically you can roll me. I think it's a D6 or is it a D8 for a healing potion?
No. It is 1. I believe it's 1D. So 2D4 plus 2.
out. So 2d4 plus 2. And hopefully that will at least get you back up to healed.
Easily.
Point.
Yep, I'm alive.
Okay.
Look, you sort of see Larissa like, ugh. I don't like this. It's not my turn, so I won't go into anything.
It's fine. It is Winston, and he sees Goldar having helped you and decides that maybe he should be nicer, so he's going to give you Bardic Inspiration with his bonus action. And
Thank you.
I don't think he can see anyone else. No, he can't see Lilia.
I think he can see me.
Can see Flu. Flu, are you a little bit bloody, or are you okay?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay, well, he's going to use... can he use something quickly? I think he can. Think he has some healing spells. I was quickly going to his sheet.
Healing word, probably.
Yeah, he has healing word and cure wounds.
Or cure wounds.
One of them's touch, I think.
Yeah, cure wounds.
Cure wounds is touch.
Yeah, he can't do anything. He's just happy singing his little song for you.
He can't, does he not have healing word?
He does, but that was his bonus action because he already used it. So he's
yes.
wins like he's done his song there for you. So that's it.
Wait, he's not gonna go and boop Floof on the nose or anything?
Nope.
There's frogs there.
He doesn't. We've decided he doesn't like frogs. So we are back up to the top again, which is Frog B, which he killed.
Is dead.
It is Frog C's turn. He was going to try and attack Win. Let's see.
Now he really doesn't like frogs.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see how it goes. And that is for a 13. So luckily it just misses Win. He's been very lucky today. Okay.
I did get hit once.
Did he hit one? Oh yeah, he got hit at the very start, didn't he? Yes. Up next is Lilia. It is your turn.
Seeing that Larissa is okay, she will just point thumbs up, and then she'll just back away because she doesn't need to go over there anymore. I'll come around here.
Mm-hmm.
Stay far enough back that neither of them will actually hit me with anything. And then I'll go for D. I'll try and attempt to mind sliver at D. So again, that's intelligence for yourself.
And that is a -3.
Frogs are not intelligent.
Damn.
Not this one.
That is 4 points of psychic damage.
And that was to C or D.
That was to D.
Okay.
And she will pair that with a thanks for the save. Kitty cat.
Rude.
You tried.
She's trying. Didn't work.
She's trying to banter.
She's trying to banter, but I just don't know if she likes Floof enough yet to banter with them. But she wants to thank him for the save earlier because he did help her out. But again, that's 1d4 from D's next saving throw.
Okay.
And then I can't do anything else. So I think they are just gonna. She's just gonna perch her little butt down on the chair. That's what she's gonna do.
That's fine.
Are there books there? Is she reading?
Oh yeah, is there a book next to me?
Is it dirty?
There actually is a small bookcase next to you, so you could technically read if you want to. It was a free action. You couldn't read. No. You could pick up a magazine, I would say. Okay.
Nah, she'll perch there for the moment. She'll watch. See what happens.
Frog E is dead. Frog A is dead. So Floof, it is your turn.
Seeing the frog wince, he's not had much luck, but he's going to stick with scratch and post. He's got it out. He's a kitty of determination, he's going to go with Scratching Post again and try and slam down into Frog D.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh, dirty 21.
Well done, it hits.
Let's see if I can roll higher than a 1 on the damage, shall we? Ooh, 9 points of damage into Frog D.
Very good. Okay, well, this one is also bloodied at this point. As for this one, I'll say it has red blood. Red blood starts to drip out of this frog for you.
And in seeing that, Floof's eyes they glitter, and he follows it up with a swift kick to the head of the frog, or at least tries to.
Mm-hmm.
With a natural 20 for 25.
Okay, obviously hits. Let's see if you can possibly finish this one off.
For 7 points of damage.
It is dead. You killed one. So tell us how you dispose of this one.
Okay, to give honour to the crit, what he does is Floof takes Scratching Post, slams it down, as if he's trying to stab down into a creature, into the frog's body, and then, without letting go of Scratching Post, flings himself forward, so he starts spinning round, almost like a pole dancer, and his foot just repeatedly batters into the frog's head as the red blood is going everywhere. It's coating the fur on his feet, and he laughs maniacally as he's literally kicking the actual brains out of Frog D. And he goes,
I have a very important question. Do the frogs have teeth?
You have to invest. You'll have to
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
Oh my
With all
god.
your really shit perceptions, you'll never know. They could have had fangs or anything, but you don't know. Well,
They have these really stunning pearly white teeth.
They all have turkey teeth. They have perfect, bright white teeth and nice lips. As well, one of them has the lips. Okay, Floof. Anything else? Apart from the dancing? Any movement?
Yeah, why? Hang on, let me just measure. Oh no, he can easily get to C next turn if he wants. He's going to leave when dealing with that.
Okay, well done.
But no, I know what he'll do. He'll look over at Lily, covered in blood, after he's finished this, and sort of put Scratching Post over his shoulder, just thumbs up and Shrek eyes at Lilia, not noticing quite how aghast she looks at the sight she's just seen.
It's less aghast and more just disgusted at how much blood you have on you. Slime.
And it's full on crimson on snowy pure white.
Oh.
You know this is why Ian chose to be a white cat.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is that your carpets in the dorm rooms are going to be black. So you know what happens when you have an animal that has white fur and you have a black carpet. Okay. So, next up, Larissa, it is your turn. You are awake.
Hey, 'tis me. Well, there is one frog left, and Larissa is pissed.
Okay. Please roll. If you roll a natural 1, and depending on what you do, you might kill Win. Depends what you roll. It's very close to this frog.
Oh no!
I am going to get a little closer. I'm going to hop on the piano.
Okay, yeah, you can do it like in a sexy way like this. Are you like going to do a song?
I'm not going for sexy. I'm going for standing over this fucking frog.
Okay.
See, in my mind, you went full gargoyles and leapt up there, wings spread in a crouch.
Yeah,
down.
literally. Like, wings open, glaring down at this. And I am going to cast Firebolt.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
And you said I had Bardic, so
You did. Win
let's
has
roll
sung you
attack first. I'm going to need that Bardic. It's a D6, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
14.
14 hits.
Come on, please, dude. Actual. Fuck me! 3 damage.
I mean, it's bloodied now, so yeah, it's not looking great. Still alive though. Anything else?
Larissa's mad.
Any,
I am going to.
Anything else on your turn? Any bonus actions that you can do at this point?
I'm not going to do any bonus actions, but how high are the ceilings?
Were you if the darker bit, which you are pretty much right next to, the ceilings there are probably about 15 feet, but in the room that you were in, they're more like 10 feet.
Then I'm going to dive into that space
Mm-hmm.
and fly 15 feet up.
Yes, you can do that. Yes.
I don't. I'm just gonna write plus 15.
Yeah, so you're kind of out of harm's way in the rafters of where some of the lights and stuff are. That's fine.
And I'm like I cast a fire spell, and you can tell that Laressa's a little bit more fiery. Like her hair looks bright, her eyes look bright. She mad. She's still shadowy as well, which probably makes it look more impressive.
Can I ask Larissa a question?
Yes.
Not in the middle of the fight. You mean a general question or like
no?
Character to character.
Can
question?
I? Yeah, this is about how the fire spell appeared.
Okay.
Was it like a full-on Timotei / Herbal Essence's hair toss in slow motion so that fire came out of your hair?
I didn't plan that originally, but I kind of love that.
Canon now, if you say it, that's kind of.
Yeah, screw it.
Yeah.
Your magic works
I
like
pulled
that.
I flew up onto the piano and whipped my hair Willow Smith style.
Well done.
Ooh, yeah.
And then hopped off and flew up into the air.
As we can't use licensed music, but and my singing isn't good enough to be counted as using licensed music, she whip her hair back and forth. She whip her hair back and forth.
I'm just glad you're not singing the Margarita song because I don't think that'd be allowed on YouTube. Okay, so
I'm sure it is on YouTube.
but it's definitely on YouTube, but family show ish. Very good.
Don't worry.
I wonder how dysfunctional your family is.
Yeah. What kind of family do you have?
Like margaritas, okay. All I'm saying. Very good. So Larissa, that is your turn. Guldar is like, oh, okay, you guys got this. I'm gonna run and get those guys some coffee. So he runs over to the coffee bar. He's busy.
I'm just also
That's
imagining
fair.
like when at the piano with Larissa whipping flame hair around him, just like that this is fine gif.
He's going to give you, he's been inspired by your hair and starts writing you a song, so you get bardic inspiration again. Yay. That is what he's going to do with his turn as he looks at the frog. I am
on there.
Back up to the top. I think it is Floof's turn because we've got C.
No,
Lilia.
Sorry. No, it's one of the frogs'
How
turns.
could you?
No, it's one of the frogs' turns anyway.
It's Creepypasta's turn.
Yes. Yes. I don't think it can do.
Sorry, that's just how my brain processed creepy frog.
That is fine.
I like it.
I'm gonna say, yeah, it's just gonna attack Win again. It's not happy with the music that he is trying to write.
Leave him be. He write me song.
Ooh, okay. 23 does hit Win. Let's see how he does.
Win is down. Win is for sure down.
He's not actually. It's only 2 points of damage. So yes, he did fine.
Does he have to do a strength saving throw?
He does. So I'll quickly do that because I got his sheet up, which I can always do for emergencies. Because you guys, hopefully you guys will succeed. Wynn does not do well, so he is grappled to the frog. So he can still play the piano, though, which he's going to continue to do. Like a true performer.
This is mine.
True performer. I think you can still... It doesn't say...
Actual vibes.
It does not say on my appendix conditions that you cannot play the piano while restrained. So...
In fact, his speed is at 0, so he can't get away from the piano.
He is.
Yep.
So he's just grappled to the piano is the big issue, I think.
Okay, sorry, Lillian, now it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to say bonus action. She's going to pick up a book in one hand.
My question is, what is the book called? And please tell me it's dirty.
It was whatever was left on the table, and it just so happens that it was
You can roll a d4 if you want me to tell you the tone of the book.
Oh yeah.
No, let it be slutty. I gave her so many names.
No, I want to see. I feel like you could just say that's slutty anyway. We got 3.
Okay, so I wrote romance, comedy, porn, classics. You got 3, so it actually is porn.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means. Okay, hang on. Gotta find a good one. It
Way too much
is...
fucking...
I don't know which one to go for. This one is you can't see the whole cover, but it's got something her hand is in front of. You don't know who it's by. It says something after a dryad spell.
Oh, dear. After a dryad spell.
I had way too much fun. Just tormenting Karis after she left last week's call.
Well,
or 2 weeks ago.
Torment. I was trying to sleep.
There may be
I have no regrets.
There may be a book club that you guys can join in the future, depending how things go. We will see.
Hey, if it's not there, we'll start it.
That's where they were sat to have their meeting. Like, it's not my fault they left their books behind.
Yeah, three sad mums with Chardonnay glasses just ran out as you guys.
And there, I thought it would be a copy of that famous book, 50 Shades of Fey.
I'll have to find out.
That wasn't indie enough.
On that one too.
They were going for an indie author for this book.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, trying to branch out. Okay. But anyway, my actual action.
As opposed to reading the chapter of a book.
She picks that up.
I have no regrets.
She's gonna try mind sliver creepy pasta.
Okay. Let's see what
again.
That is a 12.
Woohoo! They fail and they take, oh my god, I only seem to roll 4 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, its head nearly explodes as you repeat a tiny bit of the book you read, but it's clawing onto dear life.
Oh,
but it is not
that's a shame.
Not looking good. So Floof, sorry, Lydia, any movement or any bonus actions, and then Floof, it will be your turn.
I can't do any. I've already taken my bonus action. The rest of my bonus action, she's just gonna hold the book up, but she's gonna keep her eyes trained on what is happening with creepy frog.
Okay, very good. Floof, it is your turn.
Floof he feels like he's on a roll now. His eyes are glinting with the full glittery goodness. God. And he's going to go running at Creepy Frog. And attack him with Scratching Post.
Okay, go for it.
I have a question. With Win one side, fully engaged with the frog by being restrained by it, and me the other side, do I get a flank?
No, we don't do flank in this game. Optional
very
rule.
Well.
Optional rule.
Yep, very well.
And overused by a previous team we shall not mention by name, so flanking is no longer allowed.
It rhymes with
natural one. A natural one for
Oh.
scratching post.
So you are prone. You can tell us how you turn prone.
You slip in the blood.
Slip on the blood.
man.
Slip on the blood.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but if you have any movement left, you can use that to.
I do, in fact, have half of my movement,
So
which is all that is required to get up.
Just manage to get up. So if you have any other, if you can do your normal monk stuff, you could still do it.
I can indeed. I'm going to go bonus action, unarmed strike.
Kill creepypasta.
13.
13 hits.
Woo! 4 points of damage.
It had 1, so you can tell us as you kill the frog. It is, remember, it is grappling poor Win as well. So yes.
Bits win out.
Yeah.
So
kills Win.
No, we just
Cliff
spit it out.
tries to hit it. Tries to hit with the with scratching post. It literally just goes flying, but in that way that cats so often do when they start falling, just springs all of his feet down. So he goes flying into the air, lands on top of the back of the frog to squish it, and as he does that, the frog's tongue that's wrapped around Win unrolls like a party blower.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of makes like a noise as it pushes Win back as it releases with its tongue. And he does a squish on the frog and checks to see what colour its blood is.
Very good. Well, you guys can come out of initiative. Goldar comes back quite fast with coffees for all of you. But what would you guys like to do? Obviously, you have people have started to notice the fight. Obviously, only took like maybe 30 seconds. So you notice that some of the students have started to run over to you guys, but they look very concerned.
Whilst everyone is still busy over by the piano with creepypasta and Win, Lilia would head over to the 2 other deceased frog bodies that were to the left. Can they do like an investigation just to check over the bodies?
Can I cast Detect Magic to check the bodies?
Well, I'll go for you guys one by one. So yes, Lilia, you go first, and then I'll go around you guys. You can tell me what you do straight after, before you've noticed that people seem to be coming over concerned.
Yeah, I'll do like a investigation or perception.
Perception.
So, yeah, just check their body. Perception. Okay. Going out. Oh!
Hey.
Nat 20 for 22.
Oh, a natural 20. Well done. Well, Lilia, you are the wizard of the group, so you should hopefully be quite academic. You notice, you look over at all the frogs that are, because there quite a few of them were around you in that room, and you notice that on all their lips there seemed to be kind of a black oily substance. And you remember, literally, you race back in your very academic mind, and you remember just when they were starting to transform, they started to spit out the substance that still seems to be on their lips, and you just think that seems a little bit of a coincidence for that to happen at the same time they changed.
Is there enough? I do have an empty vial on me. Is there enough for me to be able to get just like a little bit into a vial?
Yeah, there is. Yes, you can put some in a vial, yes.
In which case, I will do this.
Very good. Okay, yes, Larissa, what would you like to be doing as well while Lilia was doing
I get to cast Detect Magic once per long rest.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So that is... I sense the presence of magic, and I'm trying to see if there's anything, like these frogs are barely dead. Like, I want to see if there's any lingering magic and what school it is.
You cast...
I don't have to roll anything.
Yeah,
It's just
I was So no, you cast your spell. What is the radius on your spell?
30 feet.
Um,
So all the frogs should have been within my radius from where I am.
Nothing seems to light on the frogs. All you get is that it recognizes that obviously some of the lighting is an incantation. But that's pretty much it. Nothing else magical in the room.
Shit.
And anything else?
Great. Can I search a body?
You can after Floof's had his turn. I'm going to say you did that, and then Floof, what would you like to do?
2 little things Floof would like to do.
Okay.
First of all, he would use his very focused, meditative, insightful mind to try and figure out he'd heard someone shout something, and he wants to rack his brains to know, to sort of figure out at what point that shout was done. Was it when I'd done the perception check, or was it when the change happened? And if I'd heard the voice before.
Okay, I guess, yes, you'd roll another probably perception, I guess, if you're trying to perceive again. Who shouted...
I'm not trying to perceive again, I'm trying to... I'm trying to go back and think in my mind and work out if I know who said that. So it's just...
you maybe insight then, I guess, if you're trying to,
Okay. No. 9.
You think maybe, you're not sure. It's a maybe. You think maybe you've heard the voice before, but then you've met a lot of people for very short amounts of time.
The only other thing he'd like to do is find out if the frogs have teeth.
You'll have to roll.
He doubts it. He's never seen a frog with teeth, but he wants to have a little...
You can roll after. We'll go back round again. So, does anyone else want to have a think? So, Larissa, you wanted to do something else. Floof does. Lilia, do you want to do anything else as well first?
No, I think no. She'd just look up to see who was running back in. She wouldn't. I don't think she would do anything else.
Okay. Yeah. Goldar just runs over to you again. It's only been like a minute or so at this point. Larissa, sorry, you wanted to do something else?
I was going to search the bodies, but actually I realized I won the race. Is there any sign of winnings?
Wow, you would have to roll me for investigation.
Oh, shit.
Can you remember who was running the competition?
I don't know that you ever told us who was running the competition.
Oh dear.
Well, I'll let you roll for investigation, see if you can see the...
I still have my bardic, too, because I didn't get to attack him that last round.
You can look around the bar. You saw money...
And I'm going to need that, because that was a shit roll.
You saw money pass hands.
12.
12? Yeah, you pretty much... You see... some of the students, you're pretty sure, ran out, but some of them that were definitely in the room with you seem to be here. So you would at least have someone to go and ask about the money.
Because I know we were invited in by Melvin Thorne or whatever it was. But I don't know that...
I thought he might have been running it, I think.
Yeah. So,
I don't know that he ever said he was running it, because he had a frog in there, didn't he?
He did have a frog in the game.
You can see, I will say you will see him in a group. So again, after Floof's had his turn, if you want to do any more, though at this point, you're going to see a lot of people running over to you. So you've quickly tried to assess stuff before a lot of the patrons are going to come over. But Floof, anything you would like to do before everyone arrives?
Check the teeth.
Okay, roll for medicine, please.
For teeth.
Tooth check.
Yeah, to say.
No.
They don't have teeth.
Another natural one. Another natural one.
What on earth is going on?
Well,
So they were trying to bite us with gums. Like,
well, no, he wouldn't know either way. He could think maybe they had teeth and they fell out. He would not. With a one, you would not have a clue. You probably, either way, your answer would be wrong. But at this point, you see a few of the students and a couple of the barista, and Miska runs over and she's like, "What on earth happened? Like, I was making some coffee and then there was screaming and then in a minute there's like, what was that on the floor? What is
that
that?"
Fucking frog!
dead frog.
Oh shit, I thought one of you said you were fucking a frog. I'm like, we do not allow that on this premises.
No, it's a fucking frog.
So she's like, what? Again, what happened? She seems a little bit panicked, and again, the student...
Small frog turned big, tried to eat people.
Exactly what she said.
Roll me for persuasion, either as a group or if one of you wants to take the lead. She looks, as you can
I
imagine,
have
quite
good
concerned.
persuasion.
So,
And I will be helping with giving you advantage by backing you up by every now and again going, yeah.
let's
Me.
see
Yeah.
how it goes.
I'm rolling with advantage.
Guidance.
23.
20.
I had a 23.
Okay, she's like, she comes up to you. She says, you look quite responsible. She said, so let's all calm down. So what happened? She's like, I'm aware that it is a magic school. Things occasionally do happen. She said, what happened? Some of the students were screaming about frogs or something.
Yes, there were frogs racing. And then race finished. And frogs suddenly got big. Small frogs about yay big turned to big, like human-sized, and tried to eat people. And we fought them off.
Okay. She, because you rolled so high, she seems to be listening and go, okay, guess that seems plausible. The students seem to have been shouting something similar.
Yes, we cannot figure out why frog went big, but frogs went big.
Well, she says, and you guys managed to. We saw some of you fending them off. Are you guys okay? Does anyone need any healing? As she gets 2 healing potions out of her pocket.
I think
Please.
and I think our bard friend who is having a panic attack by piano.
Well, she indeed hands a potion of healing to you, Floof, and one to Win. She's like, oh, I hope you guys are healed. She says, we can get you more healed up if you need. She's like, yes, I need to get this cleaned up. She's like, but you guys are generally okay. You're not, a death's door or anything.
Physically, we are relatively okay. Something about frogs trying to kiss us may not leave us mentally okay, but...
She just says, I know freshers like to experiment. I'm not going to judge what you guys did in that room, but...
It was not consensual.
Okay. So she kind of calls over some of the other baristas to start cleaning up the mess. However, you all notice that the frogs seem to have gone small again. They are not the giant frogs that you fought. They seem to have shrunk down over the... possibly over a minute, back to quite small-sized frogs. So, yes, looks a bit strange. But that is...
Curiouser and curiouser.
Didn't furniture go back to normal after we fought it? There is something odd. I don't like it. Lilia, you have brains. Have you thoughts?
Well, I mean, other than the odd residue, shall we call it, and I'll just shake the vial that I've got.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm coming up oddly short. I'm
tried
not
the
sure.
magic too. It came up empty.
I think
And I
maybe
could
we'll
not
keep
see
this to
any
ourselves for the moment. Yes?
I would still like my winnings.
our winnings.
Exactly.
Okay, so yes, so at this point things seem to calm down because you notice obviously the mess isn't even as much as it was. It's some small frogs that have leaked a little bit of mess out. But yes, Larissa, if you want, you can go over to the fellow students that you saw gathered and ask them about your winnings if you want.
Yeah.
Floof's going to join her as well.
I guess it's Melvin Thorne. That is his name, right? I'm not making that up.
No, that's how I pronounced it. It's probably wrong, but that's how we're
Okay.
saying it.
Melvin Thorne. Melvin Thorne.
Melvin Thorne. Yes, you easily go over and he's like, oh shit, like I don't know what happened. He's like, we probably shouldn't, I don't know what happened. Like I've never, it was just we just found some frogs in a pond outside. We didn't know that this was going to happen. We're really sorry, but it was pretty cool. It's like not gonna lie. So he actually gets into his pocket and hands you. He says, "Well, this fair is fair. So you get 30 gold pieces for winning the race to share or keep as much as you wish." But he hands it all to you.
I obviously split it with my glamorous assistant, and I hand. So I guess it's 15. 15 to me, 15 to Floof.
Okay, you guys can add that to your sheets. So at this point, the everything seems to get a lot calmer. It doesn't take the barista stuff very long to clear up for small frogs and a tiny bit of blood. And Wynn stops playing the piano, and Goldar gives you guys your coffees, and you eventually go back to your dorm.
I inhale my coffee.
Yes.
I need that shit.
On the plus or minus side, a few weeks pass as nothing seems to happen apart from classes, and you go to some of your clubs. However, it is test time, so
I have one very small question before we get to the tests.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any interesting articles about the incident in the paper?
You'll have to find
I
out.
echo that.
You will have to find out when that part of the game happens. At the moment, it is test time, and you guys are very panicked because it is your first test, and if you don't pass it, maybe you'll get kicked out of Magic School. And also for you guys as players, if you might not level up because you have to pass the test to level up.
If we fail, we have to build a new character who passed their test.
I'll have to see. So it is test time, and to make it even worse for you guys, I'm going to tell you what the test is on, and for funsies, I have changed it a little bit from the book. So basically, it's basically you're going to do some dice rolls, and I will explain that when it comes up. However, for funsies, and you cannot write this down, I'm going to give you some facts. So your first exam is Magical Physiologies, and it is on a creature called Slade. Slade?
How's
A what?
spelled?
Nope, no
Just-
spelling.
I'm not writing. I just want to understand so I can pronounce it
Yeah.
correctly.
No.
Couldn't hear. We can't hear what you're saying at times.
Sounded like you said Slado.
That's it. Okay. So,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm as funsies for you guys without writing anything down, and I will say it once.
I'm playing with fidget.
I'm going to give you some facts about the creature. So when we get to the test thing, if you can list me any of these facts, you will get an extra point, but you cannot write these down, and I will say them only once. Okay? Are you guys ready?
Yeah, worried about sound cutting out, but
Well, we'll see. It's for funsies, no writing down, or it spoils the fun. Okay, so you were learning about a magical creature called Slade, or Slade. I'm going to say Slade.
Slade?
First point. Slade are aberrations named for their regenerative abilities and magic resistance. That is fact number 1. Fact number 2. All Slade are dangerous and unpredictable, but red Slade and blue Slade are the least powerful and don't cast spells. Fact number 3. Red Slade can use a gland under one of their claws to implant an egg into a humanoid. The egg eventually becomes a tadpole that bursts from the host's body and transforms into a full-grown blue slad or a green slad if the host could cast spells of a 3rd level or higher. Next fact. Green, grey and death Slade can shapeshift into small or medium humanoids. Next fact. A green slad usually wields a staff and can hurl both fireballs and magical flames at its foes. Next point. Death Slade are rumoured to have a stench so bad it could be deadly. In reality, they cast the Cloud Kill spell. And the final point. Inexperienced scholars and adventurers sometimes assume that slad is a misspelling or mispronunciation, calling these creatures salads, and this is frowned upon. Okay, so hopefully you've taken all that in, and because I'm really evil, I'm going to make us take a break, so you have to keep that all in your head. So yes, you guys are all enrolled in your magical physiologies course, which is like a staple that all first years have to do, where your lovely professor, Verelda Lang, who is a very expressionate dryad, has been teaching you all about different anatomies, abilities, dispositions of monsters that you might encounter if you're going to be an adventurer, which most of you have probably expressed some type of interest in. Popular accounts relate to aberration, monstrosities, oozes, how to avoid fights with certain creatures or how to battle them. So, basic adventuring monsters 101 type of stuff. But you guys have obviously probably been worried about your first exam. Obviously, this is the first one ever. And as players, hopefully you have those little cards I sent you that say Hexford Memories on, because you will need to fill those out today. Most likely in pencil. So, I will explain to you and the guys watching at home, because it's a little bit different to normal Dungeons and Dragons. So in our little testing phase, we start the day/night before. So pretty much this is called the studying phase. So basically, I'm going to let you choose any of your abilities to tell me how you think your character or how you want your character to study. So I will give you some examples, because obviously that can be a little bit confusing. So for example, you could say my character would probably be very studious and get lots of books, and you would ask me to do probably something like a history check, because you are using that type of thing to study. You could possibly say my student, because they are quite good with the spoken word, they would come up with some spoken mnemonic devices. I know I've said that word wrong, Izzy.
Mnemonic.
There you go.
Just to help out.
Or, for example, another one, maybe you are more dexterous, so you could say you want to use sleight of hand to create some reminding gestures or practices or physical movements that would memorize some things. So you guys can have a think about how you think you would use one of your abilities, and as long as you can justify it to me, I will allow you to do that. So that is the first stage, where you tell me how your character has been studying. Now, there are some other options as well. So that is obviously the studying phase. Now, you can, if you wish, pull an all-nighter, okay? Which means you spend all night, obviously, studying. And that would give you, on your little card, it gives you 2 little dice rolls, which means when you do the test and have to roll some dice, you have the option to re-roll twice. Okay? So the only bad thing is that you have to take 1 level of exhaustion, which, remember, would give you disadvantages to rolls. Okay? And if maybe a battle happens on the same day as your test, it would continue. So it is a weighing up thing. However, if you think your character would do that, or it's justified, that's also part of the fun. Oh, and for the studying phase, if you roll over the DC, then you get 1 reroll. So that's kind of your option. All-nighter, 2 dice rolls. See if you can pass the studying phase and you get 1 reroll. You could skip studying altogether and you just roll the dice on the day. You could study together, which means you get advantage on the dice rolls in the studying phase. So if you all want to team up in a study group, you still all roll those dice, but you get advantage and you can tell me how your characters are helping each other. And then that is all I'm going to ask you for now, because I know I've bombarded you in the audience with these very strange, boring facts, but trust me, it makes more fun. And then we'll go on to the test. Oh, and there is one other thing I will tell you when you get to the test. You can actually cheat. So, if you, I guess I should explain that, because you might want to not do any of the things I've just said. Now, you can cheat. Now, this instead requires a deception roll and a sleight of hand roll. So, instead of doing all the hard work, you do that instead, and then you would obviously, hopefully, if you get high enough on both those rolls, you would pass. However, if you are discovered, there could be grave consequences, and you do not get the bonuses that you achieve from doing the test, because you've not actually learnt anything. So those are kind of your options. So, guys, would anyone like to volunteer to tell me how they would like to study? Okay, Floof, you can go first.
Floof would probably want to set up a study group.
Okay.
He's very aware of the fact that that a collective, a litter, for want of a better phrase, performs best when they're all working together. And he would go out to his closest friends. So by that I mean Larissa, Goldar, Wynn, and Lilia, and invite them all to a study session. And you say, I will make sure that we have lots of snacks and that we have plenty of hydration, and set up a study session so that everyone who wants to can come to it. I'll set it all up in my dorm room. And it will be from this time to whenever we need it to be.
As long as it's not past midnight, because then you start to verge onto exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, as long as you're in bed by midnight.
Well, if some people want to do an all-nighter in their dorm room, they're more than welcome to.
But yeah, initially, yes, that is fine. All I will say, unfortunately for you, Goldar and Wynn, mysteriously have not been around for the day of studying. You don't really know what they're doing. However,
They failed.
No, don't worry. I'm gonna make when they come back next week. I'm gonna make them do the test, but we'll film that later, so you don't get away with it. But yes,
and then he's going to try to use. So he's going to be going through all of his books, and his way of keeping things in his mind is looking for the why. So he doesn't just look at the facts and doesn't remember it as in this is XYZ, that is XYZ, this is XYZ because. So he's looking for the reasoning behind everything. Using insight to try and work out, insight into their motivations, insight into why they do what they do, why the hip bone's connected to the connective tissue, etc. So insight would be my role.
Okay, I'll allow it. So yes, you can roll me with advantage to see what you saw.
Well,
if you wish.
That depends if anyone is going to take him up on the offer. Because obviously, if no one wants to go and do a study group, I wouldn't get the advantage.
That is true.
Yes.
But I'll put it out there.
I will be joining your study group just so.
Yeah, you can. You don't have to have just 2 people. You can do it as a group. So 3 is fine. So you, Floof, you can roll me twice to see which one is higher, and then you might be able to do your little box thing.
Can I also guide myself?
Nope, it's not that type of thing. It's not like a.
That's okay.
Unless you can.
That's why I was just asking.
Yes, no, it is the correct thing. So things like bardic inspiration, blah blah blah, all those pluses. Remember, because you're studying for a long time, it's not going to cover you getting that. So yes, this is a straight roll apart from that one advantage if you're studying together.
Mm-hmm. So advantage insight. Advantage Please do well. 21.
Well done. Well, maybe studying
Nice.
with your friend really helped, so you can tick one of the
It
boxes.
really did. I could say it really did help because the dice was a 17 plus my 4 for insight, or a natural 1 plus my 4 for insight. So the study group really did help.
Okay, so you feel
Damn.
prepped and ready for the test. So you have one reroll that you can use. The test is split into 2 parts. You can use that reroll only once for the first roll or the second roll. But when we come to the test in a few minutes, you can do that. Who would like to volunteer next to tell me how they are studying?
I can go next.
Okay.
I will definitely be joining the study group,
Mm-hmm.
but also in the sort of days leading up to the exam, Larissa will be trying to talk to people to get as much information as she can about how hard the exam is, what things you should focus on, talking to older students. So she'd be trying to persuade some of the older students, potentially in her club activities, potentially in her job,
Mm-hmm.
to give her any tip that they might have,
Okay. Yeah,
um,
let's roll for that. So,
which she will then hopefully bring to the study group.
okay. So what is that? I presume persuasion.
Persuasion.
Roll me.
That was what I'm angling for.
Yeah, roll for persuasion with advantage.
Okay, first roll is a dirty 20. So let's see if I get anything better on the second. I do not. That was an 11 on the dice, so a 16.
Well done. So you also pass the studying phase. So you get one reroll to use in one part of the test. And finally, Larissa, how about you? How is
What was Larissa?
Sorry, Lilia.
Lilia! There's too many L names.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna have to just have one
I feel
letter each.
like Lara and Lily.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Lilia's she's gonna go to a study group. But she's just gonna have stacks and stacks of books that she is just pouring through to try and find as many correct answers as she can
Mm-hmm.
and go back as far as she can to find. So I'm doing a history check for that one. She would be looking to see what other people have done to get the right answer.
Very good. Yes, very noble. So yes, you can roll for that with advantage.
Oh! I'm gonna take a goddamn screenshot of those two.
Snake eyes.
That's a
Snake eyes.
23.
Okay, well done. So
Was it a nat 1 and a nat 20? Or
It was a 12 and a 20, so close.
Mm-hmm. I will say I didn't tell you what you had to beat, but all I'll say is as the tests get, the higher level tests obviously are harder. This is, not as difficult, but you guys are lower level. Well done. So you also get one reroll. So we will move on to the test. I'm sure you guys have a good night's sleep. You will obviously see Win and Guldar there. Again, we don't know entirely what they've done. We will find out next time. But you arrive in the Grand Library where your test is being held. So, are you ready for the test?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm
So,
scared.
there are just 2 parts to the test. So the first part of the test is Slad Facts. It's multiple choice, and you're going to answer some questions about red, blue, green, grey, and death Sladai. And this is going to require a Arcana check. So can you all please roll me for Arcana? Remember, you all do have a reroll, but you can only use it once.
Oh wait, my Arcana's not. I'm not Zath. My Arcana's not flaming garbage.
Well, this is what it is. So all roll me for Arcana.
No, it was when you said Arcana. I'm like, oh no, I have a -1. I don't.
Well, let's see. You seem very confident. Let's see what the dice
I'm not
decides.
saying it's great, but I'm just saying it's not a -1. It gives you some perspective.
Does anyone want to volunteer their score first?
21.
21. Well done. So you indeed do ace that. Sorry, you pass that part of the test.
Without a reroll, I rolled a natural 19.
Well done. How about
How I hit myself.
with your dice hand?
I got too excited, okay? I'm too used to being an idiot.
Would anyone else care to volunteer? Again, you remember you can use the roll again if you want to use your extra one. Anyone want to volunteer? One of you's got to do it.
Yeah,
Eventually.
I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll. I got an 11. I'm gonna re-roll.
Go for it.
You got this, Toby.
Please do better. Arcana, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
12.
Lucky for you. That was the exact score you needed to meet. So you just passed. You just passed the multiple choice thing. But obviously you guys don't know this because you'll only find out after the exam. But we know. Finally, Lilia.
18.
Well done. Yes, you don't have any trouble either with it. Well done. Final part of the test. This is called Diffusing Slad Concentration. So you're going to be writing a short essay about commonly accepted ways to keep Slade calm during unexpected encounters. And this is going to require an insight check. So let's see how you all do. And remember, I think 2 of you have your re-rolls left as well.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't need to use the reroll,
Oh,
does it go towards anything, or
Nope.
is it just pointless and just free? Okay,
Just for
so use it.
it's just for literally this small part of the game. Yes.
Thank God, because I rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
Was it insight? Sorry.
It was insight. Yes.
I'm hoping it's a similar threshold.
Okay.
I'm also going to re-roll that.
Okay. Does anyone want to volunteer their score first?
I'll
Okay.
go first.
Go for it.
Well, no, you've got
No.
to go for it.
I went first last time.
Go for it.
I can go first if you want.
13 again just passes. You are doing okay. No, so I will tell you what happens. Yes, but you do not need to worry. As soon as you walk out of the exam, you pretty much find out if you passed or failed because it's magic school, so happens pretty much straight away. Who would want to volunteer their score next?
I got a dirty 20.
You very well. You've aced the test as well. Well done. Good job. And finally,
I got an 18.
well done. So actually, you guys have all aced the test. So basically, you pass the test if you just pass one of the parts. If you get over the threshold for the check, you pass both parts. So I will tell you what you guys have got for that. So again, those little cards that I've given you, please keep the little marks on them so you know what they're for. So as you have aced the exam, you can get 2 student dice on the card, which means that for the 2 checks, so on Arcana and Insight, you will have a D4 that you can use every day once and every long rest. Okay, so make a little note on those cards. So you got both of them. However, the only downside is this: every time you get the results of the next exam, the old ones finish. So you don't get thousands of them. You only get them for a short time. So use them wisely, but you can use them pretty much, every day, every long rest, etc. So there you go. And that is pretty much it for the testing phase. Did you guys enjoy your test?
No, it was hell.
So that is what will be happening whenever a test comes up. So So the audience know, and you guys know, that is pretty much you've done nearly all the extra rules that this game does. It's going to be...
What happened to the slat facts?
Oh, yes, I forgot. Well, we don't really need to do that. So for the slad
Oh.
facts, basically, if you guys had failed, I would allow you guys, if you could list me any of the facts, I would give you 1 point. But you guys all passed, so it's fine. Well done.
I've got a fact though. I went to the point of learning it.
I know,
and
I studied!
I will allow you guys, so we don't bore the audience, to do 1 fact each, if you can remember. It's more exciting.
I can remember
it's
one.
exciting if you're like 2 points away. But yes, go for it, Floof. What can Floof remember?
So I can remember one as long as I have to close my eyes and move my fingers in the air to remember.
Okay.
A red slad can, using its claw attack, can implant a little egg or embryo under the skin of a humanoid, which grows inside them and bursts from them as a tadpole. It forms a tadpole inside them, and it bursts as a fully grown slad. If they are a spellcaster of level 3 or under, it will be a blue slad, and if they are level 3 or over, it is a green slad, which can cast spells.
Well done. Clap, clap. Well done, yes. So I would try and, now you know why I made you memorize the facts, so it is quite fun if you were only 2 points off. Would anyone else care to give me a fact?
2. I did my studying.
Go for it.
Death slads are said to smell so bad that people die, but in reality, it is just that they are casting cloud kill.
Very good. Well done.
As I spell.
Very good. Very good. How about Lilia? Did you remember? I mean, you did fine on the test. It's up to you if you want to amaze me with your memorization skill.
See, now this is where I make so many notes, because my short-term memory is shockingly bad. So I've no idea if what I can remember is correct at all. But the only thing I can remember is that, possibly, slads are dangerous, but red and blue are safe.
Very roughly. I mean, that'd be like a solid D+, D-. But you were very close. Well done. You remembered something.
They're less powerful.
Yeah, ish.
This is why I play D&D, because Karis can't do this, but Lilia could.
Yes.
Escape from reality.
You all aced the test. You should be very happy. So now I can tell you what would have happened if you had failed the test. So basically, if you had failed the test, you are unable to work your job or attend any clubs, which means you would lose all the bonuses that you get from doing them, which again, for the audience, is you get a few more extra dice rolls over the selected subjects of the different clubs that you're on. So maybe that's on nature or sleight of hand, depending what club you're on. All my players are aware of this. So that is what happens. But as soon as you complete another test, and as long as you pass that test, you are fine. So so there's just in-between phases. And again, you guys can have some fun telling me what you've been doing, because you have to do mandatory makeup classes every evening to get all your coursework and study time in. So you guys have all been very busy for the last few weeks, so we're going to turn the tables on you guys. So for funsies, I want you to all roll me a d20. I'm not going to tell you why, in case you cheat.
Got an 8.
Anyone else?
Natural 20. Now they come. Now the natural 20s.
Now we're doing the flavor.
You get to go first.
Yeah, you can go first. And how about Lilia?
I also got a 20.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. It's more
You're welcome to go first.
Okay. No, I'm going to do the other
Love
side.
it.
No, we're going to do the lowest.
You always have to roll the same as someone.
I'm going to do the lowest.
Look, I need the attention, guys.
We'll do the lowest.
I need the attention.
We'll do the lowest first while the other two decide who's going to go first. Okay.
Internet browser.
Was that an 8?
Yes, it was an 8.
Okay, so basically you were rolling to see how well you had been adjusting to campus life, basically. So
Oh.
5 to 6 was bad. Sorry, yes. Sorry. 1 to 5 was bad. 6 to 14 is okay. So
Okay. So I'm fine.
you're just okay. But do you want to elaborate that? So, for example, maybe you were a bit homesick. Maybe it's really hard work. Maybe you're not fitting in. I mean, you're just doing okay. So you can tell me, how do you think she's doing? She's been at school a few weeks. You can tell me briefly how you think she's been doing.
So, first and foremost, one of the things that Larissa is struggling with is the temperature. It's a lot colder than she's used to. She is not sure that she likes it. So she's a little bit homesick from that. She's also dealing with the fact that there are some members of there are people who make her nervous. Despite her confident persona, she's still a little bit uncomfortable with some people. Beyond the fact that she just hates Cordelia. But she's okay. She's getting there. She's muddling through, getting used to things, I think is the best way to say it.
Very good. Out of the other two who've got 20s, who wants to go first? And you can tell me how you're obviously getting a 20. You're probably
loving life.
Trying to fit in with everyone, maybe trying to teach a class if you get bored. You can tell us how you're doing in the different aspects.
Lily has moved into the library.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She's ignoring us entirely.
Yeah, so very good. So Lilia, you go next. Tell me why you're fitting in so well and doing so well at pretty much everything.
Well, I mean, her concern has never been to make friends. She is here to study. So as nice as it has been to sort of create this little group for herself, she would say, I don't need friends. Books are my friends. So she will have made herself at home in the library, but she would have, any sort of get together or like group study session with the people that she's with. She would have gone with them, even if it was just to make an appearance. She would have gone. She would have had very short conversations with everybody, but just get to know them a little bit. But yeah, she would be Dragon Chess Club as her one relief, because I think she finds a bit of relief in Tilana. And her sort of view on things. I think she finds that relaxing to have somebody like that. But she will spend most of her time in the library, scouring through books, looking for more books. Everything you can do in a library, she's doing it.
Very good. Well, I mean, this library is ridiculously extensive, so yes, you would be having a very lovely time. Well done. How about Floof? He's also excelling. Is he excelling in exactly the same way?
No, Floof, yeah, he doesn't. It doesn't excel in the same way as Lilia. Floof excels very differently. He's having a great time at the Arcane Acrobats. He's really just excelling at all of that. Full back handspring, back tuck, back, or full bring it on routine. We're talking here.
No slight wobbles with the natural 20. That's just like a rock every time you land.
Perfect. But whenever he's doing all these amazing things, he follows it up with helping the others just refine their technique so that they can do the same. So it's never in a show-off way. It's always in a, here's how you do it. Now let me help you. So in the gymnastics side, he's doing that. Within the dorm rooms, he's going out of his way to make sure that everyone else around him, so all of his friends and Dinky, that everything is all available for them. So every now and again, you'll maybe see that in the communal kitchen there's like artisanal baked goods that are there that have been delivered from the fanciest bakery nearby. Just really nice bits of food.
Greg's.
Artisanal bakers. I know you're northern, but stuff that would make Patisserie Valerie look cheap. So definitely not
I didn't
Greg's.
say Pound Bakery, I said Greg's.
That's why I said
that's
definitely not Greg. North-South divide.
Don't know.
Then he's
Do you want me to explain what
So,
a pound?
yeah, he's
Do you want me
making-
to explain what a pound is? It's like a small thing. It's about this big. Not a note.
So yeah, he's making sure that there's little luxuries appearing, and things that he'll notice that Lily is always exceptionally well turned out. So there, he might make sure that she's my family sent me this, and I'm not going to use it. You might like it, and it's these like Ye Oldie Clinique or whatever. So it's really like high end moisturizing products and some top horn wax for Larissa, new strings for Wynn's instruments, and the fanciest coffee ever for Golda, and just making sure that there's just little things that will just make their lives a little bit easier, a little bit better, let them feel a little bit special at times. So he's doing it in all his ways ingratiating himself in university life is just to make things a little bit better for everyone around him, and then feeling good, basking in that. Basically being the goodest of good boys.
Very good. Well, yes.
It's funny. Floof's strategy to university is my strategy to when I started my job.
Life.
Bring baked goods.
Very good. And apparently not from Greg's. Apparently that's
No, I made my own.
So, very good. Well done. So you guys are all fitting in at least okay to, very, very well. At this point, anyway. We'll see if you'll succeed.
Just to clarify, Larissa does she is enjoying her group of friends. She's just getting settled.
Yeah, of course. Yes, it's for funsies. Okay, so two of you, I think, wanted a job as well, didn't you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the monies.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we need money.
now, obviously, people are I don't even know what I'm going to call this session, because now you get to do an interview, because that's what you do for jobs, isn't it? So, yes, the two of you who decided to choose jobs, you don't just get jobs. You got, do.
Yeah, but at least you got to give us some chance to do some prep.
No. So,
Okay.
basically, from what I remember, you guys, one of you was trying to get a job helping out in the laboratories, and one of you wanted to help out in the library. Have you got any preference? Who would like to go first, as you obviously managed to fill out the application form quite easily, and you are both called for your interviews. Who would like to go first? Don't all run to the interview.
Last time.
I can go this time.
Very good.
It's not fine, but it's okay.
It's fine.
I also always seem to go
That's
first,
fine.
and I want to actually give people a chance that aren't me.
That's fine. So
It's fine. You can always go first. I don't mind.
So Lilia, yes, your application has been in for a few weeks, and you are, even though you're a first year student, you've shown willing, and your previous background, I remember, because you must have do you have any experience in a library?
Why, yes. In my hometown in Mistgate, they had quite a prolific library, books from all over, quite a vast, expensive collection. I've spent many years helping out, bringing books in. I know curation. I'm the perfect person for this job.
Well done. So yes, I will. Your resume speaks words. Unfortunately, you say this all to the receptionist, who's like, "That's amazing," but the reception.
Oh,
But
oh,
she's really good.
right.
She said yes, but she says it's okay. So the head librarian needs to check all the students, just as a formality, But yes, so I'll see you up, and I will introduce you. And she knocks on a very grand-looking office in the Grand Library, and it has those massive 10-foot doors, two-sided as they creak open, and you find a very looking, well kept but covered with books everywhere, and you can see a very tall, slender, jet black tabaxi who is in a very tight purple leather robe mage, and she has little half moon spectacles, and she has the biggest of golden eyes as she does not stand as you come in. She just looks at the top of her glasses at you and she says, "Sit down, please."
So tempted to stay standing.
She's like,
Oh.
She's like, "Good girl, sit down. Sit. Sit."
Yeah, Lilia will, under her breath, release a chuckle, and very demurely sit in the chair.
Well,
Say, "Oh yes, I was aware there were dogs at the university."
she's like, "Bitch."
Tabaxis are cats.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. No, I know Tabaxi.
You're
She's a
not
dog
there.
person. Lily is a dog person.
You're not
Of course she
there.
is.
You're not there. Anyway, so well done. So yes, you sit down and she introduces. I am Cat Sandra Shadowtail. I am the head librarian here. She says, so I looked through your CV and you seem to have some experience. I'm very surprised for a young student. So I just want to ask you a few questions. Now you kind of told her. She says the receptionist magic messaged me your response, so I was quite impressed. However, so for this, Karis, to see how well you do at the job interview, you're going to need to do a persuasion roll or deception, some form of social roll, however, whichever you choose to pick, and any relevant skill from your abilities that you have, because she wants to see you in action. So maybe you can, talk about the Dewey Decimal System, whatever. But you would need 2 rolls. So, and remember, unfortunately, in interviews you are alone. But yeah, so but some form of social one. So you've got perception, deception, possibly performance. You tell me what you want to do, and then it is a different ability check that you feel would be relevant, and she's going to judge you.
Okay. I think I'll do. Yeah, it worked last time. I'll do a deception check.
Okay. But so are you going to tell me what you're doing, or do you want to roll first and then you can role play it, depending what you get?
That might be easier, actually. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Get it on the right thing.
Okay. And what did you get for your score?
So the deception is a 16.
Okay. Well, let's see what she gets. Let's see. And what are you trying to tell her?
I'm going to lie. And I'm going to tell her that I have had years and years and years of experience, all my life really, at managing this library that we had in my hometown. That I've definitely been managing for the longest time possible. And I know everything there is to know about the library.
Well done. Well, luckily for you, I rolled. You just beat her score. So I'm going to say you
Oh,
probably. She seems quite a stern person, and maybe she doesn't fall for this that much. But she says, "Oh my God, yeah, that's my first library. I had like just a small, like a bookshop, and I used to work there as young. So you have a small connection." Or she feels there is a small connection. She seems quite overjoyed. She says, but I do need to, obviously that's great, personalities there, but I do need to see some evidence. She's like, can you help me do some of my work? So what are you going to do to help her with some of the books that she has out? And what are you going to use to do it?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I want to say like sorting
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
books out. I guess ask her how she would organize it, and then being able to, I don't know what the role would be, but like quickly and efficiently being able to sort through the books and be able to locate where they needed to go.
So probably perception, I would say.
Yeah.
Or you could try history as well. That's more academic, which again, whichever you prefer. Remember, if you use
Yeah, I
insight,
can
you
do.
have that plus D4 to use as well that you got
I
from
do,
the
that's
test as well.
true. I might do, you said insight.
Yeah, that was an option. Yes,
Yeah. I'll use insight and I'll use the D4 as well.
go for it.
I'm scared. Okay, come on, please load. Okay, I'm not gonna use the D4 because I got a 20.
She's nearly given you her job. She's like, you're that good.
It's a
Yes.
dirty 20, but it's not a natural 20, it's a dirty 20.
Well, if you'd scored really bad on this, you probably would have had you more of the clean-up crew or, lower level. But you did so well. You get the highest role that she can give you, which is a book clerk. So you'll be helping out,
Hmm.
directly working with some of the students to help find the books, which, is quite a reasonable title for your age and at the library. But she says, yes. She says, if you keep this up, maybe one day you could be a grand librarian too.
Oh, I would love that. Thank you so much.
Well done. So, to explain to you what jobs do, you may meet some people at the library, your fellow co workers, but we'll find out about that in another game. However, you need to keep track of, and I will try and keep you guys, help you with this. Each week that you complete in a job, you get 5 gold pieces. So, I will make sure to tell you how many weeks have passed. So, I'll say in the few weeks around now, let's say you've done 2 weeks. So, you have 10 gold pieces that you have earned from your job. Okay. Well done. Anything else you want to say to Cassandra before you
Uh,
finish?
Only that I'm really excited to start working in such a beautifully curated library.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I did everything. Everything. Nearly built the place. But yes, yeah. So she sees you on your way, says, I'll see you in the morning. And yes, a few weeks pass. But we will move on to our other player who also wanted a job.
Greetings.
Yeah, so Larissa, you wanted to work at help out in one of the laboratories, I think.
Yes, I do.
Okay, similar thing. You fill out your application, you are successful, and you are given a interview time in the laboratories on campus, and again, you are shown through to this room is a slightly different. It is actually in one of the laboratories. It's a small little cramped office, and as you walk through the laboratory, there are potions everywhere. There's weird spinny things with liquids, distilling, crazy stuff, crazy things going on as you walk through this magical laboratory to a small office, which this time has quite a small door. It is only actually 5 feet, not very big actually, as in it's a plain looking brown wooden door, which actually looks like it's been burnt a few times, you would say. But you hear someone from inside with a very raspy voice. So come in.
Um, I come in.
Very good. So before you see a very small, ancient-looking goblin with a very long beard that literally trails on the floor as he walks, but he's wearing a very, very fancy, shining blue mage robe. And when I mean shining, it is you're pretty sure there's some magic involved. It is very flashy, and he squawks at you to just sit down, and he just wants to see. He says oh, are you what's your name again?
My name is Larissa.
Oh, very good. He says, he said, I guess we should be formal, shouldn't we? So I'll give you my full name. You might want to write this down, okay? Okay, and Izzy, you can't correct me until after the game. Okay, you ready? My name is Eurydice, Colette, Clemistra, Dido, Bishep, Bethesda, Rebellious, Panache, Coldstone.
Okay, I started laughing about halfway through that, so
Can't correct it till the end of the game. That's my game. But he says most of the students call me just Mr. Coldstone, or just sometimes Mr. Panache. Or Professor Panache.
I hope you'll actually send me all of those names because I want to actually see that I want that written down and like on a poster somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So yes, similar thing. Why do you think you have the skills to help out in my laboratory?
Well, I have some I have some experience in laboratories. Some of my family have. I do have I'm assuming Mr. Coldstone is a professor at the university, or like faculty.
He's he's probably he's old, but he'd probably be classed as like a junior professor. Like he's more manages the labs. He does
Okay.
a little bit, maybe a little bit of teaching, but yeah, he mostly similar to the librarian. They're not actually a teaching professor. He is the head of the laboratories.
Okay. Just because I don't know how much he knows, so I wanted to check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of my family have labs where I helped out frequently as a young person. I also spent much time with in the labs trying to understand my own powers. I came into my abilities in somewhat of an unusual way, so there was much time spent both as assistant but also specimen.
He kind of pokes you as like, yes, you do interesting colour to you. So, tell you what, so I will need you, again, similar, roll me a form of social role, depending how you want to talk to him.
That is a 22.
Well, he seems to be very interested in your background. He's like, yes, he's like he says it's a sorry thing. He's like he's like being a goblin in the material plane. Sometimes I think people have wanted to experiment on me a few times, trying to use my teeth to summon skeletons and weird humans, trying to do weird things